So I'm just in a talkative mood today, so I'm gonna talk, okay? And y'all can't say anything. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I feel like talking today, so I decided why not do a get ready with me. We are heading into fall and I'm kind of feeling a little bit fall-y. That's not a word, but I'm feeling these kind of orange colors, orange tones and stuff like that. So I wanted to do a makeup look based on the color orange. I have not done that on my channel yet, and I wanted to try to be a little bit more adventurous with color here on my channel. So today I just want to sit down, have a little chat, talk to you guys about some things and just catch up, basically keeping it lighthearted, well, as lighthearted as I can get, because I know I can get it kind of creepy sometimes, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Drink your water, you guys. Drink your water. Alright guys, so like I said, I'm just in a talkative mood today, and I wanted to just kind of share with you guys how my summer has been going so far, in terms of me personally, you know, career-wise, YouTube-wise, all that fun stuff. So what should we talk about first? Well, let's just kind of talk about how my summer has been going so far. My summer has been going okay. I've kind of been like a homebody, you know, just staying home, not really doing much and not really going anywhere, which is, you know, fine by me because I love staying home. You know, I like being in like a familiar environment, so I'm totally fine with that. I'm totally okay with that. And one of the reasons why I am okay with that is because I'm doing a lot of things that involve me getting to know myself even more. So staying home and just like being an introvert and, you know, looking inwards at myself has just been very helpful and very eye-opening. So I don't like mind, but at the same time I do understand that I sometimes need to get out there and do stuff, because I have a tendency to just kind of stick to my ways and not change anything around. I've been really into my YouTube channel, making a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of content here on my channel. My goal is to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and I've been, you know, I've been moving in that direction slowly, but I am moving in that direction, and I'm just very motivated and just very inspired to just really take my channel up a notch next year. So I'm trying to get to my goal of 100 subscribers. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you share it with someone and tell them to also subscribe to my channel. Obviously, if you like my content, subscribe. I'm not forcing you to subscribe. I've really just been concentrated on my concentrating on my YouTube channel and just growing personally. So that's basically what my summer has consisted of, is filming and editing videos, promoting my videos on social medias, and also doing a lot of like personal stuff, like personal growth and all of that stuff. So next year I do want to take it up a notch when it comes to not only my YouTube channel, but when it comes to me personally. I tend to get stuck in my ways, and I noticed that this summer that's kind of what I did. Look how good that looks. Ugh, love it. What else have I been up to this summer? As you guys might or might not have known, I'm not too sure, I did take out my very first wisdom tooth. If you watched a few videos back, I was in a little bit of pain in a few of those videos, but I took out my first wisdom tooth. I have all of them in my mouth still, and I took out the very first one maybe about a month now by the time this video goes up. Going into it, like, I just didn't really know what to expect, and you know me, like, I'm an anxious person, so if I don't know what to expect, everything scares me. So I went in and they removed it, and it was a very odd experience, just, you know, being awake while they like basically ripped a tooth out of my mouth. It was so weird. It was very weird, and I think that's just what played more into my anxiousness. But yeah, like I survived it, which, you know, sometimes when you're really scared, you don't think you can survive anything. But I did survive it, and I'm in the middle of it healing right now. It feels good. I can open my mouth. I'm not as swollen, you know, as I was before. I'm gonna do my concealer now. What should I do? I'm gonna just do my good old LA Pro Girl concealer. I need new ones, but I'm gonna use these until they are basically done so I can get my $2 worth. How else has my summer been going? So I said I've been being very introspective and staying at home and all that stuff, and just looking inwards and working on like my personal growth and all that fun stuff. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about like what I mean about that. I feel like right now in my life I have gotten to a place where for the most part I feel comfortable with myself, like with who I am. But I do have like my insecurities sometimes, simply because I sometimes feel a little bit out of place. Sometimes I feel like, am I the only one thinking this? Or do people not get me? Or do people not understand me? Am I lost? Like, am I on the right path when it comes to personal growth, when it comes to learning who I am and stuff like that? It's sometimes really hard for me to, or I find sometimes it's really hard for me to open up to people, because like I just find myself just scared that I won't be understood, or scared that I'll be misunderstood. And there has been times where I have been misunderstood by people, and it makes me feel like very insecure, because it's like I don't want to come off like I'm like a mean person or any of that stuff. So I tend to just like hide that part of myself, because I feel like people won't understand, you know what I mean? Or that, like, that's what I've been doing for like a long time, and like this past summer, like I've really just been pushing myself and trying to show more of my personality, you know. And I don't know, I feel like when I was first on my personal growth journey or whatever, I used to just be very excited about life and very excited about, you know, showing who I was. And then I stopped for some reason, and I think I stopped because I feel like my surroundings was getting like bigger. I need to blend out my nose. I felt like my surrounding was getting bigger, my environment was changing. Like, you know, I moved to New York, so I was around more people, and I kind of got a little bit insecure because I'm around new people, and I'm just not used to showing who I am that quickly around new people. So I just kind of retreated a little bit, you know. Like when it comes to my family, my friends back home, like they already for the most part knew who I was, and you know, I wouldn't really have to do so much explaining to them. They already knew who I was. But since moving to New York, my circle got bigger and it got different. You know what I mean? And I found myself just not wanting to show too much out of fear that those new people in the circle, or in my new circle, in my new life now, basically would judge me, or they wouldn't understand. So I basically hid that part of myself. But now I am realizing that that's not healthy. That it's not good to, you know, feel like you can't show who you are to the people around you. This is really brown. I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, cause here's one thing about me. It takes time for me to open up to you. I don't open up to anyone just right away. It takes years for me to open up to people, and sometimes people feel like some type of way about that, simply because if I don't present myself, if I don't talk, or if I don't engage in a conversation, people tend to look at me like, what's wrong with her? Who she thinks she is? She's kind of stuck up. Like, I've been told that so many times, like over and over and over again. But the thing is, I can't change that. Like, I'm not just gonna open up to you. It takes time. So now with this new environment that I'm in, I find myself, you know, like needing to open up more, but not quite knowing how to do it, not quite knowing how to show my personality, out of the fear that they might not understand me or they might not get me and stuff like that. So, you know, I did what I do best, which is I retreated into myself, and I didn't really show much. I showed as little as I possibly can, and that's what I've been doing for like a year and some change now. But you know, I realized that that just hinders me a lot, and I don't like when I feel like I'm not comfortable, not only in my environment but with the people around me. I need to be as comfortable as like possible, at least comfortable enough to where I feel like I can open up to you. And then if I don't feel that, I don't feel that. I can't force it. I have just been working to just, you know, figure out like where that comes from, where that insecurity comes from, and just trying to work on it. And that's what I've been doing all summer, just try to really like work on myself and my insecurities and my self-confidence and all that stuff. And it's a work in progress. Like, it's not just gonna happen like overnight, but it's just something about myself that I noticed that I was doing, and now I'm trying to show more of who I am, slowly but surely trying to show who I am. One of the things that I really like about making YouTube videos is the fact that I feel like I can completely be myself right now as I'm in front of the camera, and that's great and all for YouTube, and you know, I feel comfortable being on camera, but I need to now translate that over to real people and into real life, because I can't literally hide behind a camera for the rest of my life. I can't. I need to also know how to be myself when I'm around people, and in all honesty, that's just really hard for me. I feel like as I'm talking to the camera right now, no one is really like, you know, judging me. It's just me talking. No one is interrupting me. No one is louder than me right now. I am just here talking to you guys, and then when I'm ready to put this video out, it's for you guys to take in and get what you want from it, understand it, like it, or whatever. Whereas I feel like sometimes when I try to talk to people or interact with people, I sometimes feel like either they might be judging me, or they might not understand me, or they've already put me in this label of, oh, she's, you know, she's standoffish, she doesn't really talk, she's a bitch, blah blah, stuff like that. Like, I already feel like that's where you have placed me based on other situations that you've seen me in and stuff like that, you know. So I don't know, it's just a whole lot of back and forth. It's a whole lot of mental stuff, and that's why I am trying to work on myself, because I also understand it's also me not showing people who I truly am when I'm around them. It's also on me, but at the end of the day, I still need to feel comfortable with showing that, with expressing that, without feeling like people are judging me and stuff like that, because everyone is going to judge me, and I'm aware of that. It's just now I need to let that person out and show people who she is, you know. All right, I need to do this other eyebrow. I'm gonna do it off camera because I'm gonna just be talking. All right, so I'm back. My eyebrows look okay. They look decent enough. So now I'm gonna blend out under my eye, which is now drying. But yeah, so that's just kind of what I've been, you know, doing for the summer season, is, you know, just really trying to find myself again, you know, just trying to really learn myself and learn, you know, who I am again, because on this whole personal growth journey that I was on, well, that I'm still on, after being depressed, I really wanted to get back to a place where, you know, I felt good and I was happy. And for the most part, I was there for a little bit, and I feel like I got, you know, caught up and slipped a little bit. So now I'm just kind of back on it. I'm back in the game, and just trying to really just kind of remember who I am and what I love and what I stand for and what my purpose is here and stuff like that. And just do the best that I can. Alright, so my base is done. I'm gonna go into my eyes now, and I've been feeling the color orange, and I wanted to do like an orange smoky eye makeup look. I don't know why, I'm feeling orange right now. So I have two palettes right here. I have the Shayla palette, and I also have the BH Cosmetics times It's My Ray Ray, and they both have orange colors in there. I'm gonna use these two colors and do like, you know, like a simple eye makeup look, you know, something smoky, something fun. I'm not too sure how it's gonna go yet. So let me just organize over here just a bit. You know, like becoming an adult is just, you know, like it's not easy, you know. It takes a lot of work, especially if you're trying to like not only mature but also trying to find yourself. It's not easy sometimes, and you know, some people are okay with staying exactly how they are, but if you're trying to get somewhere in life, you know, changing your mindset is a big part of that. And I know that I'm trying to get somewhere in my life. I'm trying to fulfill my purpose, and you know, just go through life knowing that I live the best life I can possibly live. I'm trying to do that, and in order to do that, I need to constantly evaluate myself and constantly ask myself those difficult questions so I can learn and grow from it. And I'm very aware of when I don't feel like I'm, you know, doing the best that I can. So that's just something that I try to always, you know, work on and try to always evaluate and go from there. Doing all this talking is making me really thirsty. All right, so I'm gonna go into the Shayla palette, and I'm gonna start with the color Culture, this one right here, Culture. I'm going to start with that on a fluffy brush. I'm probably going to use like maybe one or two brushes for this look. I don't think I need anything more than that. And I'm just going to sweep that basically above my crease in like the brow bone area. It's just going to be like a very like light transition into the orange color. I'm not like, you know, going too heavy-handed with it, but I'm just really brushing that in that area and creating like a transition. So what else have I been doing this summer, other than staying in and minding my own business? I got my hair done, which I need to take out. All right, so now I'm going to go into the Ray Ray palette, and I'm going to take the color, I'm going to take this color right here called Spice, and I'm going to take that on this crease brush. Is that what I'm going to take it on? Yeah, I'm probably going to take it on this tapered crease brush, and I'm going to pop that in the crease. You know, I don't know what I'm doing, you guys, so I'm just experimenting, and hopefully this comes out. So I'm just going to like right here in the crease. Ooh, this color is beautiful. But yeah, I'm just going to pop that in the crease and just really like blend it out. I turned the big 3-0 this summer, and I think that's why, like, you know, I was going through what I was going through, because like turning 30 is like it's a big deal, but it's not a big deal. Like, it was a big deal for me, simply because like I'm like, in my head I'm like, where the hell did my 20s go? And you know, it makes you evaluate your life, and makes you evaluate, you know, your choices and the decisions that you've made and all that fun stuff. And I wouldn't say I regretted any of the decisions that I made the decisions and the choices that brought me here. And right here in this time in my life, I've never felt more alive, I guess you could say. I never felt more alive and, you know, just more happy. But there's always room to grow, and there's always room for change and improvement. And I feel like now that I'm 30, now I'm just kind of like in the state where it's like, listen, I don't want to give too much of a fuck, you know? Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, so now that I am 30 and basically fabulous, I'm just taking the time now to learn how I can translate that feeling into something good and something positive, you know? I'm very just into just being happy at this moment and just living my best life. And you know, I feel like I'm like, I don't have time for like anyone's crap anymore. I'm just gonna do my best at being me and being who I am and going from there. Where's my big fluffy crease brush? This is kind of like turning into like almost reddish, which is kind of annoying because that's not what I want. It's turning red. So like, as I like mentioned before, like I like moved to New York like 2 years ago, and now like I'm feeling like I should probably start making friends. I think I need to start making friends now. It's hard though. Like when you're like at this age in life, it's not easy to make friends, simply because like everyone is literally on their own shit. Like they're on their own like path and stuff like that. And so it's kind of not easy to make friends at this age. I mean, there are opportunities where you can, you know, definitely make new friends, but sometimes it's not easy. And I feel like I'm at the stage now where I'm like, all right, you know, I've done what I needed to do in terms of me. Now I feel like I need to find my people now. I need to find my friends. I need that, you know, release of friendship and all that stuff. But yeah, I think like one of the difficult things for me is finding friends, and I guess trusting people enough to let them into my life. So I've had a difficult time with that. I find it hard to just open up to people, like what I said before. So I tend not to, and I tend to kind of just stick to my comfort zone. But now I'm just kind of trying to figure out, like, you know, how I can make friends, basically. I'm just trying to figure out like how I can make friends, and like, you know, just how I can even like open up more as well, and just putting myself out there. It sounds kind of creepy, like when I say it, it sounds like I'm just like desperate, like looking for friends, like, hey, will you be my friend and stuff like that. But that's not really what I'm saying. I think just what I'm saying is that like everyone just needs someone to talk to, and I need people I can talk to and share stuff with. You know, like I love makeup and I love making YouTube videos, you know, and I have like this, you know, vision and this like goal for myself and for my life. And it would be nice to, you know, have some friends around that I can talk to about stuff like that. You know I can talk to my husband about, you know, all that stuff, but you know, in all honesty, he knows nothing about makeup. So like I can't like tell him like, look at this contour, like, do you like it? Does it look good? You know what I mean? Like he's not going to understand in that way. And to have friends that you can talk to about like stuff like that, to share stuff like that and get like a response that you can relate to is it can be very helpful and it can be very beneficial, you know? So that's just kind of what I've been looking to, you know, explore a little bit more. I definitely need to get out there more and do more stuff though. And if this is not making any sense, I'm sorry. This is how I talk. This is how I get all that stuff out of my head, is just by word vomiting all of it. You know, so if you're a girl and you understand, I got you. So I just kind of finished my eyes. I lined my lashes. Is that what I'm thinking? I lined my lashes, and I did my mascara and all that fun stuff, and I think it's looking pretty good, you know, nice and orange, kind of what I'm going for. All right guys, so I am basically done. I just finished off the rest of my lips kind of off camera, but yeah, so yeah, that's just basically all that I wanted to talk about. You know, just talk about how my summer went so far. You know, it's winding down, it's coming to an end, but I had a pretty overall good summer, a lot of learning, a lot of, you know, changes and all that stuff. And honestly, I'm just excited for the new year. I'm always excited for a new year. I'm excited for, you know, anything that has to do with learning and growing and all that stuff. And I just wanted to, you know, open up a little bit with you guys and share just, you know, a little bit of my personality and all that fun stuff. You know, I just want you guys to remember that, like, you know, we're all just trying to get through something in life, and we're all just trying to figure it out, you know. And I think that's like one of the biggest secret when it comes to life in general, is that nobody really knows what they're doing. Everyone is just trying to do something. And you know, if you have that kind of mentality going into whatever you're going into, then, you know, it makes you feel a little bit hopeful. It makes you feel a little bit hopeful that that person is just, you know, doing the best they can, and that person just doing the best that they can. So obviously you just need to do the best that you can. And, you know, I just want people to be a little bit more mindful of, you know, some of the things that, you know, they say to one another, and some of the things that they think about, you know. Just be a little bit more sympathetic, you know. Like, I'm always talking about mental health, and it's because it's a passion of mine, and I do want people to just recognize a little bit more of their mental health, and, you know, just talk to someone and get the help that they need and all that fun stuff. But I just wanted to come on here and just share a little bit of the things that I've been thinking about over the summer, and just try to be as inspirational as I possibly can and help inspire anyone else who, you know, feels like maybe they're not being heard, maybe they are alone, or maybe they're going through something and they just need a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of encouragement and stuff like that. And, you know, I also love makeup, so I incorporate a little bit, you know, of my makeup skills in the video as well. If you guys do have any questions about what I did use or any of that stuff, just leave it in the description box and I will be sure to answer it for you. So I'm gonna end the video here. I know it's already gonna be way too long but I'm gonna end the video here, and I just wish you guys all the best. Have, you know, a great fall and enjoy the rest of your summer, and I will see you guys on my next upload.